Welcome to Isis in the Bible Winter Gathering Week number 2, Time Machine. The question of the day is, what would a time machine look like? And man, did everybody just pretty much nail this one? So I'm not sure why I'm doing this presentation. But is time travel real? Does it need a spaceship? How does the true time machine manage clocks made of cycles? Does it use the stars, calendars, temples, and scriptures we've left behind? Is this how extraterrestrials know where they are in time and how to align with the next phase? Did the ancients build time machines? What were they made of? How do they make them last? Out of stone? Out of gold? If something external exists, we still need an internal map. Without the clock, you can't tell what's real, what's timing, and what's illusion. Glad you could join us today. So quickly, there's a lot of people are getting, and I've had a couple of people reach out to me, they're getting these epiphanies, and some people are really getting this call because as of late, if depending where you're born, Ceres is moving. Okay, and I got a little video to show you, a little quick clip. Ceres is moving, and depending where you're born, Mary is right here in Pisces till she comes like right here. So in 2026, March, for the people that are born, just recently born, Ceres is making the bound with Mother Mary. So it's a meeting with Mary because Ceres is the harvester. She separates relationships and she brings them back together. But the relationship right now is with Mary. Where are you at with love? So that's really important. So I got this little clip here that I'm going to play for you, but it's just, so I'm showing you that if you were born in 1960, then Ceres is aligned with Mary. This would be Mary in your chart. This would be the next couple of weeks. All right. So as we move along, you can see, so 1960, you were born in 1964, then your Mother Mary is going to be around that time. I'm not doing per month or anything, but it's going to be roughly. So if you're born in 1969, 1970, you can see, because like I said, this is where Mary was in your chart. This is where she's at in the sky going through right now. So January 14th, if you're born in 1972, plus minus, like I said, you can go look this up. People are going to have relationships with Mary, with love. All right. So as you keep going, 1978, 1979. So whenever you were born, look at this date over here. So February 1st, around that time frame, if you're born around 1981, expect you could have epiphanies, expect you can have a feeling of love all around you, right? And so if you're born in 1983, again, February 3rd, so we're just going to keep going. So if you're born in 86, so as you can see, this is what year you were born in. This is where Mary was when you were born. And Ceres is going to be going along that way. So I'm just going to finish this off here. I should have went further on to 2026, but I didn't. So the newborns now are being born. So if a newborn is born on February 27th, right, 28th, then March the 1st, they're born with Ceres and Mary. So that is such a relationship with Mother Mary. Get it? Because Ceres is a harvester. She harvests you or brings you into relationships. And I just had somebody who really, really cleansed, and his Ceres is right along his Mother Mary in his chart, right? So it's about the relationship with the divine feminine. Remember, always look to the stars. Again, dates to remember. We talked about January 12th is a new year. So happy new year to everybody. This is the new year. And January the 18th, this alignment on the Milky Way. And remember the weighing of the heart ceremony back in 2020, January 12th, 2020. Here we are on January 18th at the end of the 6th degree orb. You can see this whole alignment on the Milky Way between Sagittarius and Capricorn. So that Milky Way alignment, January 18th at 2:51 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, there is the new moon. This isn't randomness. This is the clock. This is the time traveling. So that's coming. We'll talk about the other ones as we get closer. So that's beautiful what's happening. And don't forget all the relationships with Mary happening all along this time. So what would a time machine look like? A lot of people had, and even Kat had background images of different time machines. It looks like the DeLorean from what's that called? Back to the Future. All kinds of different renditions of what a time machine looks like. Obviously, they show clocks, right? Is it a clock? Is it a machine? Most people imagine time travel like moving somewhere else. But the ancients treated time as cycles you can read, predict, and enter. So a true time machine is a clock so accurate that it lets you know where you are in the cycle, know what's coming next, align your actions with the right season of reality. That's not sci-fi, that is wisdom. So is it a calendar that never lies? Your Cali end era, your calendar angle is because it shows the key point. So this angle we'll talk about in a second. A time machine is a calibration device. It doesn't need engine, it needs fixed reference points, stars, solstices, equinox, royal stars, repeatable counting, days, years, ages, a record that survives civilizations. That's why Stonehenge in Egypt matter. They are stone memory built to outlive kings, so-called kings, and empires. So if you look at this Ramesseum in Seti I, you see this angle here. They're marking longitude lines where we leave markers so we know where we're at on our time machine. Because when you go there and you take this image and you put it on the map, you'll see that this aligns exactly at 77W and 77 from 0, which is the meridian of Greenwich. And what's there at 77W? And this is what this image here means. I'm going to put a marker, says the grandmother. Okay? And at that time, holding the crocodile by its mouth. Remember, the crocodile is that would eat your heart if it's not as light as a feather. So that's where that whole scene happens. We're putting markers there so you remember these pandemics that, hey, it's going to be Jubilee. Whatever you put out, you're going to get back. So at 77W, we have this marker at Washington, D.C. All right? And it's at this House of Temples, what is it? This church monument, whatever you want to call it, at 77W, hosts Phoenix Risings. So the Washington monuments and everything there were built by people who knew the real Masons, Ma-chine. The Masons of today don't follow the mother and the son. They follow materialism. Get it? So here we have it, that the Phoenix Rising, we leave these markers. So we're going to have to leave one at 168.8 or 95 Queenstown, New Zealand. That's where she rose this time. So we'll be leaving a marker there because it's part of what we do. And we're having all kinds of artwork. You know, Rosemary, everybody's got artwork to bring there. We're going to be bringing it there. We have to leave a marker. So that's 77W. So I've done this. And every time the mother rises with the sun at 0 degree, near 0 degree Aries, we've left a marker. And that's how you read the calendars on the Egyptian walls. They leave this longitude line marker because that's exactly the angle here that exactly matches 77 on the map. That exactly is where we put the obelisk. It's got all kinds of Egyptian writings on it. So is it a story that stores an operating system? This is where Isis in the Bible becomes the secret key. The Bible, from which is from the Egyptian walls, isn't only history, it's a coded instruction manual. Journeys of our inner states, cycles of the heart and mind. So a time machine in scripture looks like patterns that repeat, archetypes that return, a map of consciousness, That's why people keep finding themselves in the same stories, which are written in every culture. And this is why we have decans on the Dendro Zodiac that's now in the Louvre. We see these decans, which are different aspects of you as you go around the journey of the 26,000 plus year cycle. And this is where you get to jump in and out in your time machine. So is it a time machine physical? I think we already answered that one. So is a time machine a capsule you can stand inside? Stonehenge, pyramids, cathedrals, these aren't just buildings, they are geometry locked into the earth to remind us of something. What could it be? Orientation locked to the sky? A teaching device you can walk through, but not physically, but with wisdom? It trains perception and anchors memory. It harmonizes people into the same clock. So it moves you through time by moving your awareness. Temple is a time capsule because it's built like an instrument. The geometry is locked into stone and the orientation is locked to the sky. That means certain light and sky events repeat in the same place year after year, age after age. When you stand inside it, your perception is trained, your memory is anchored, and the whole group is harmonized into the same rhythm. It moves you through time by moving your awareness into the cosmic clock. So where are these temples? Where are these machines? The real time machine is the human being. This is the mic drop. If you want to see the oldest time machine, look in the mirror. The real time machine is you. It fits all definitions. Your body is the temple you walk into at birth. The waters remember your images. Mirror, mirror on the wall, where shall I travel, if at all? My images are my wings. Love is the source, the clock of all things. And that's why you see your images is programming the waters of the womb for your next reincarnation. It's just beautiful. You are the time machine. It's you, Ma-chine. You have to look up what sheen means. Lex will probably come up with something. So most machines only move objects, but the ancient aim was higher, to move the conscious mind into alignment with wisdom. That's why the divine feminine matters. She is the womb of time, the stillness that births every cycle. The third eye is the clock. Your images are your time machine projecting you into the waters of the next womb. The extraterrestrial, remember terra means earth, extra means you're going to get there over and over again. That part of us comes from beyond the earth identity into mind. So you are the extraterrestrial because you've been there. In scripture, it shows up as angels, dreams, visions, the still small voice. It's not foreign. It's forgotten that it is you. So the extraterrestrial isn't arriving, it's awakening. It's you awakening to that you are this extraterrestrial. You're infinite from pure love. So this not only explains time machine, does it not explain extraterrestrials, which are you? Megalithic clocks you built, space travel under the firmament, which is a womb. We're always in a womb, like Lex says. Physics of everything from no thing. It's been about you all along. You are the one you've been waiting for. Get over it. You're infinite and you're tethered to pure love. So it's all about love and the image you keep that make you perfect time travel machine, which makes you the extraterrestrial you've been waiting for. And if you see the glyph of Mother Mary, you can see the word love, because there's the L, there's the O, there's the V. And the V is pointing to that beautiful God of perfection into the next womb. And that's all we have for today.